If you love sweet and spicy barbecue chicken that hits you with that old school backyard flavor, then this one goes hard. Weber Kettle, harder charcoal, that sticky sweet spicy glaze. Man, this is the chicken you wish you grew up on. Let's get into it. So that's right, we're talking old school backyard barbecue flavors. We're talking about that sweet and spicy glaze that just straight out slaps. Let's check this out. Okay, so here we've got our chicken leg quarters. Now to get these things prepped, we brined them. And what we did was we mixed some Heath Riles chicken injection and brine. We mixed that up with some water, and we got our chicken leg quarters into a Ziploc bag along with this brine, and then we got it into our fridge. Once we put it out of our fridge, we put it on our wire rack here, and we just basically patted dry this chicken, and I've let it sit out just to dry off the skin. And so now we've got this chicken here and it's ready to be seasoned up. All right, so our first step to get this seasoned up is we're gonna give it a spray. And we're spraying it down with a little bit of duck fat spray here. And this is just gonna act as a binder so that our seasoning, our rubs, will be able to hold on to this chicken. Okay, next up, we're gonna get our 16 mesh black pepper put on here. And we're just gonna go with a good liberal dose. Again, I love that 16 mesh flavor. If you're not a fan of the black pepper, then don't put it on. It's just that simple. Use what you like in your chicken, guys. All right, in the flavor profile today, we're gonna be using Big Rome's barbecue. And this is that competition Sazon seasoning here. So we're gonna get this put on. Gives a great color and it's just really a great flavor. And guys, don't worry, everything that I'm using in our video today, I'm gonna make sure that I put that into the description box, so you'll be able to go down there and get these products if you desire. But all right, we've got this seasoned up here, and I'm just gonna give it another quick spray with the duck fat to kind of lock this into the surface of this chicken. And then we're gonna season the opposite side. All right, folks, so now that we got our chicken all seasoned up, it's gonna be time to get it on our grill. Now today we're gonna be using our Stealth Weber Kettle, and we've got the vent settings wide open on the bottom for the air intake. We're also gonna be using our slow and sear, and we're gonna be using harder charcoal. Now the harder charcoal lump, we're firing up with the harder charcoal fire starter. And yeah, we got a full chimney of charcoal that's going into our slow and sear, and we're going to be using some hickory wood today. I like the flavor of hickory wood, not as much as post oak, but it does taste pretty good. Now we're going to be doing an indirect side cook to begin with here, so I'm going to put some foil underneath where my protein is going to be so that it's easier to clean up later. This is going to catch the drippings from the chicken. We're going to get our cast iron grate put on, and then we're going to get this chicken on. And now you guys know how we got this grill set up, so let's get this chicken on. All right, we'll get the lid pulled off our grill here. All right, chicken is now going on, and I'm gonna put the thick part of the thigh here. I'm gonna put that facing towards our heat, just because it's a bigger piece of chicken that can handle it. And so we're just gonna get these thighs put on. All right, there's really no rhyme or reason other than, like I said, I have the thickest part facing the heat. But we've got our thighs on here. All right, and so now what we're gonna be doing is just a high heat cook. Much like I've done in other chicken cooks on the Weber Kettle. We do not have any water in here at all today. We're gonna keep this nice and hot. And so we got some even spacing here in between our chicken leg quarters, and that's it. Now we're just gonna get our lid put on, and we're gonna let this chicken kind of smoke away. Again, we've got the bottom vent wide open. I'm gonna set our top vent here to about a third of the way open there. And we're just gonna let it go. All right, crew, now we just got our chicken put onto our Weber Kettle here, and it's going away. And what we're talking about here and getting this cook done is high heat. I've said it before in other chicken cooks, and I'm gonna reiterate. We wanna be able to get the skin. If it's not gonna be crispy, it's gonna be bite through. And the only way you can achieve that is to get that fat to render out of that skin, which means you need to cook with higher heat. So again, we got a full chimney of lump charcoal in here, some harder charcoal to be precise. But we've got that in there, and we got a good high heat. Now, what do I consider for high heat? We're talking 350 plus, 350 to 400 degrees is what we've got rolling inside this Weber Kettle to get this fat rendered and to get this chicken cooked. So the name of the game right now is indirect cook to start this cook off, to get this chicken to probably, I don't know, 85, 90% of the way done before we'll come back in and put our glaze on, our barbecue sauce or mop sauce or whatever you decide you want to do. Today we're going to be using a barbecue sauce, and it's just going to be a store-bought barbecue sauce. Then I just doctor up. That's the game plan. I'll bring you back here in a little bit. All right, folks, we've been going for about an hour or so. We're going to take a look here. And since I had you here last, I did go ahead and add another piece of chicken on here since I had it available. And we're looking good here. But what I want to do is I want to start to get some really good color on this chicken here. And so what I want to do is I'm going to start getting this over the coals, okay? And basically, we just smoked it a little bit here, and now we're going to kind of grill it. All right, so what I'm going to do is just kind of put it right over the coals there, just like that. All right, and we're just going to, go to grill mode, basically. Get a little bit of color onto it, a little char onto it. And then we're going to go ahead and get some sauce put on there. And this is why it's important to have your two-zone, environment here. We got all our coals on one side over here, no coals here, so that if it gets too hot here, we can pull that chicken off and get it to our cooler spot onto the grill. And that way we can kind of control what's happening with our protein. So we're just going to grill this up a little bit. And yeah, that's the name of the game. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this flipped over. And this is going to be where we really want to be careful, because we're getting that skin over the coals here. We want to make sure we're not going to get it too hot there and blister up or, burn our skin. Smells phenomenal. And anytime you got some chicken fat hitting coals, it's going to smell fantastic. All right, we got a little bit of a flare up there, so we're going to kind of pull this back. Yeah, and we're starting to get the color on here that we like. Now, if you don't want your skin to kind of pull back on you, you can absolutely put toothpicks in here to hold the skin in place. Me, honestly, I really don't care. All right, so we got this skin, got a little bit of color onto it, a little bit of char. Char is going to equal that flavor. All right, and now we're going to get our sauce ready to get on here. All right, now for the sauce here, I'm just using a store-bought sauce. This happens to be the Pit Boss brand Sweet Heat. And basically, we're just going to add the flavors we like to the sauce here. And I want some heat, so I'm going to add some cayenne pepper in there. And I'm not measuring anything, guys. I'm just throwing it in here. We're going to get some hot sauce put in there because, again, we like that spiciness. And we want some sweet. So we're going to get some spicy hot honey put in here as well. And that's going to make up my barbecue sauce, guys. It's very simple if you don't want to make your own sauce. But if you do want to make your own sauce, by all means, go for it. Make your own sauce and personalize it the way you like. But this is just a quick method of being able to get a good barbecue sauce that you can use. And so just like that, we've got our barbecue sauce ready to go. All right, so we're just going to take our sauce and get it put onto our barred yarn pip here, our chicken. So we're just going to get a good little coating of barbecue sauce on here. Now, I don't know about you, but this is what, takes me back to the childhood days, of my parents doing a little, grilling and getting some barbecue sauce on the grill on our chicken. And so that's what this is doing for me right here. This is basically taking me back to childhood. And so therefore, I kind of like this. I don't always like barbecue sauce on my chicken or on any barbecue for that matter, because I'm more of a purist, but this is always a fun time to be able to go old school barbecue and bring out these old school backyard barbecue flavors. All right, so we're going to get a good dosing of our barbecue sauce on our chicken here. And you guys know the name of the game. We're going to get this closed up, and we're going to let this barbecue sauce kind of caramelize onto our chicken. All right, lid's back on. We're going to let it go. All right, so I just want to give you guys a little pro tip here. When you're using your, your barbecue brush out here, flies and all insects try to get to that barbecue sauce. So it's a good idea. I'll put it on some aluminum foil like this. kind of fold it up. And then it's protected from the insects and ready to use whenever I'm ready to use it. Good little pro tip. All right, we've been going about 7 or 8 minutes here, and this chicken is looking phenomenal. The barbecue sauce glaze is adhering to this really well. But you know what? We're gonna put one more coat on here, just because again, we're going old school here, man. We're gonna get some good barbecue sauce on here and get it tacked up nicely. We're gonna get the lid put back on here and give it a few more minutes. All right, so we just did another 6 or 7 minutes on our second coat. All right, this is looking fantastic here. What we're gonna do now is go ahead and get this chicken flipped over, and we are going to sauce the back side of it. All right, same as we did on the opposite side there on the top side, we're just gonna sauce it. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we got our chicken nicely sauced up, and now we're gonna get this over the coals. Now, what you don't wanna do here is walk away. We're gonna take our time, and I'm probably gonna start with just a couple of pieces of chicken here. And I'm gonna go with the back side down. And we're gonna get this right over the coals there. And we're just giving this a couple of minutes here again to kind of cook that sauce into the meat and char a little bit. Because this sauce does have sugars in it, you know, it's gonna burn. We don't want it to burn too badly. So we're just giving it a little bit of time there to kind of solidify that sauce right there onto that meat. And yeah, just lock in flavor. All right, guys, I'm gonna finish this up here. And I think I'm gonna meet you guys back at the block. All right, looking good. All right, gang, so we are back at the block, and we've given our chicken enough time to rest. We got it off the grill and probably let it rest for about 15 minutes or so. And man, I got to get into it because it's really smelling fantastic. All in all, this whole cook took us about an hour and a half or so to complete. So absolutely a fast cook that you can get done on a weeknight or whatever you want it. So let's check out this chicken. All right. So that is what we're looking like, guys. It's looking and smells fantastic. I'm kind of digging it. But hey, we're gonna pull one of these out of here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and cut this leg right off of here. All right, and there we go. Got a nice little drumstick right there and a nice little thigh action right there going. All right, so tell you what, I'm gonna bite into this drumstick because it's just smelling good and it's looking good, and I got to get into it. So let's check it out. All right, cheers. Now, gang, that is a fantastic, excellent tasting piece of chicken. I mean, the hot honey and the cayenne, the hot sauce is really coming through. So those flavor profiles that we were looking for of a sweet and spicy absolutely came through on this chicken. That's what we wanted. Couldn't ask for anything more. The chicken was a bite through. It could have been a little bit more bite through, if I'm being honest. I think it was a little bit of the rubbery side. Obviously, we're not going to get crispy with the sauce on there like that, but we're aiming for that bite through. It wasn't bad at all. But you know what? I probably could have let it go a little longer before I started putting sauce on, but it's all good. It's backyard barbecue. You kind of figure it out as you go. But hey, guys, if you enjoyed what you saw here and you want to see more of a backyard barbecue with the Dogfather's twist, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below and let me know what is your favorite barbecue sauce when you're doing your barbecue. All right, I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Dogfather's out. Peace.